Alright, what's going on, guys? It is your boy TKD123 here, back again here on PlayStation Source. And one of the big games that are coming out this summer, actually next month, is of course Stray. We've heard a ton about it on different state of plays, and it's going to be the next second party deal that PlayStation is doing, where it will be bolstering a bit of an indie studio here with Blue 12 helming up the development, with Annapurna Interactive publishing the game. And there was a lot of stuff last week during the state of play that was shown, and a lot of info that we've gotten sense about Stray that I have not covered yet, so I'm going to just give you this video all encompassing all the info that you need to know, the latest info about, of course, Stray coming to PS5 and PS4 on July 19th. But one of the big reasons why I kind of waited low-key to make this video today and upload it today is because it is my cat Roku's birthday today. He turns 1, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, shout out to the homie. He's out there in the living room sleeping right now, but definitely give a nice happy birthday to my boy Roku in the comment section. And as well, while you're down there, leave a like on the video, as well as hit subscribe to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. Let's get on with the video. So there's a really cool PlayStation blog post that's up that has a great story about developing the game over at Blue 12, and that 80% of the employees there have cats, and they really became a process of creating the game. There was even 2 specific cats that stayed at the studio, and they used a lot to help them really analyze cats' everyday movements and how they interact with the world and stuff like that, and how they put a lot of that into the game Stray itself and use a lot of influence from those cats. Really cool story, really cool blog post. I highly recommend you check it out. Link below in the description. Definitely go check it out. Really cool read, and we'll just be pulling the facts from this specific readout. And so the release date, of course, as we said before, is July 19th, 2022 for PS4, PS5, and PC. However, there is another way to get this for free, essentially, if you are subscribed to PS Plus Extra and Premium. It will be included with those tiers, no extra charge, on July 19th when it launches. So you'll be able to check out this game and play this game in full, in its entirety, on Extra and Premium. It is the first of its kind to be debuted on the service, and I think this is really critical because this is something that I've said a long time before, that they aren't going to do first party day and date, them being of course Sony and PlayStation, right? So I think that it would be wise to pull the Kena Bridges Spirits of the world, the Strays of the world, right? These bigger second party games that are from indie studios, to put these on the service. I think this is a great move, and I definitely expect this type of game in the future to be something that has a high potential to be included in the PS Plus Extra and Premium tiers for those subscribers. Really cool move there to check it out. But if you don't want to, of course, it is $30 on PSN as well, and I believe $30 on Steam and PC as well. So a big question a lot of people had was the aspect of, will this game get some sort of physical version released? And so the good folks at Annapurna Interactive did confirm that a physical PS5 version is in the works by I Am 8-Bit, and so that is a different company that does a lot of indie game physical versions that might not get a full retail release. You'll be able to get a physical version through them eventually, and so it's in the works. We'll see when it actually comes to fruition, but I imagine it'll be probably by the end of the year. That's my assumption, but we'll see when the full physical version does come out for PS5. No word on PS4. It looks like it's only going to be PS5. That's what they said on the tweet, so we'll see when that all comes out. And so if you're like me, a gamer that's booked and busy, I got things to do, I got meetings left and right, I'm over here doing this content, what I'm saying, I'm just busy, right? So how long will this game take to beat, right? Not that it really matters. I'm still gonna play the game, of course, but it's always good to know ahead of time how long this game will take you. And it looks like it'll be 7 to 8 hours long, according to a mix of what German Strands had to say and Annapurna Interactive said as well on their tweets. And so they both said about 7 to 8 hours long for just a regular playthrough, and around 10 hours for 100% completion for getting all the collectibles. So overall, I think this is a great size game, what I'm saying? Definitely in that same vein of, like I said before, a Kena Bridges Spirits type size game, where it's not going to take you upwards of 20 to 30 to 40 hours to beat. It's going to be something that's very manageable and will take you only a few play sessions to get through, and that I really appreciate in a time in my life where I am very busy. I'm sure a lot of you are very busy as well. This next thing, okay, low-key, it's kind of sad. I'm not going to hold you. It's not that I'm mad at it, but I'm a little bit, I'm just a little sad about it. So they did confirm that, this cat that we've been seeing in Stray is a specific cat for the specific story. So what this means is that there is no cat customization in this game. You'll be playing as this orange and white striped cat, and you won't be able to make, you know, the cat in Stray look like your specific cat that you may have at home, right? And honestly, not a big deal in the world, right? Obviously not really something to say that it's a absolute like flaw with the game, right? And I totally understand it, right? And I'm actually more intrigued now to know that like this is a proper noun specific cat. So I'm curious to see, like, are we gonna learn about this cat's story? Are we looking for its owner? Does it have an owner? Does it have a name as well, right? But I did want to low-key model my you know, cat and Stray off of Roku, my cat. But you know what? It's cool. It's cool. It's okay, guys. It's okay. It's cool. It's a very specific cat. Can't confirm, no cat customization. And so next up here, thanks to Annapurna Interactive, and definitely huge shout out to German Strands for posting his tweet. But I'm gonna go over some gameplay details that they went over in their following tweets. Once again, link below in the description. Definitely go check it out down below in that description. But they say that, you know, there's a ton of exploration, puzzles, action, and plenty of platforming as well, with the action being those sequences where the cat is being chased by different enemies and stuff like that, and having to even like evade certain robots that are trying to detect him and stuff like that. So there's gonna be a lot of, you know, just really quick, fast-paced action, as well as plenty of platforming, puzzles, etc. And awesome world building has been set to hone in on this game, and so there's gonna be plenty to tell of this land of robots that has seemingly been abandoned. And you know, I'm assuming the tale of this cat that we're playing as, hopefully, as well as side quests were confirmed for the game as well. So really cool to see what those side quests consist of. Are they going to be just side stories that just flourish and really, you know, open up the world building aspect of this world, and we'll be able to learn a lot about the world through the side quests? That's probably my assumption, but really cool to know that there are going to be more than just the main quest. There will be side quests in this game as well, and specifically for cat lovers, right? They say that this game is, you know, specifically for cat lovers themselves. They, like I said before on the blog, they modeled a lot of the cat's interactions in game with how real cats interact with the real world. Like, for example, how cats like to scratch the shit out of your couches. Like in the gameplay here, we can see that with this cat scratching this couch. And yes, Roku has definitely tore up my couch many a time. So, you know, you hate to see that. You hate to see that. But in the release trailer, they show a new location called Ant Village, which is described as, quote, a village built around a huge reservoir, right? And this is meant to show that the cat has obviously abilities, of course, to traverse through areas that are a bit more vertical in the level design. So they definitely wanted to make the level design specifically for how a cat would likely be able to traverse through a given section in the game. So really cool that they blended those two ideas together, and we have really cool, unique, interesting type of locations in the game that you wouldn't probably see in a regular game with a human. Although the game does have platforming and exploration, right? I was watching the Push Square preview a few weeks ago, and they were saying that the game's platforming is more on rails and guided, kind of like Uncharted, where you'll be able to see specific instances where the cat will be able to go and climb on said things with the, you know, game's UI and everything. But like Uncharted, right, you can't necessarily climb and go anywhere in the visible area space, right? That is going to be a similar thing with this game, where it's going to be very much kind of like a guided on rails experience, right? And not necessarily open in the sense of like an open world where the cat can go anywhere. So you've probably seen by now that the cat has a backpack and a small drone called B12. It follows the cat everywhere as well, and it allows for communication between the cat and the robots, along with learning the backstory of the game's environments as well. And so it's able to communicate all of that to the cat and just be a tool and everything. And so one thing I have a question of is, like, I'm not sure how the cat can understand English though. Maybe the robot is somehow making cat noises back at the cat to understand or to read, right? Very confused, but you know what? We'll just let it slide. We're gonna let it slide. B12 can also interact with objects in the world that will also help you progress, like unlocking a safe by using a key that we see in the gameplay, as well as eventually he'll be able to get this like really wild like purple glow that fights these little enemy creatures that are trying to I assume kill this cat, which is like, okay B12, I see you. Okay, like you ready to pull up? Like, you're down for the cause, amen. I appreciate it. I personally appreciate it. And the last bits of info here do revolve around the PS5 DualSense features. Of course, this will not be available on PS4 and PC. Of course, this is only for the PS5 DualSense, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to that. Let's go over the DualSense features here. First up, they do confirm absolute full support of the DualSense. This is going to include, of course, haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, and I'm assuming as well, you know, with the DualSense features, I'm assuming we'll get some more like, you know, reoccurring PS5 features like 3D audio, I'm assuming as well is in there, right? But of course, according to the DualSense, we'll be getting haptic feedback and adaptive triggers on Stray. And lastly here, they do confirm that cat purring will be coming from the controller itself. Now, I keep my controller speaker turned off, right? Because I don't want any audio coming from the controller that I can't hear in my headset, right? So I'm hoping that there will be a way at least to feel the cat purrs, you know, on the controller. I'm assuming that's going to be there, of course, with that haptic feedback and all that. But there will also be a dedicated meow button on the controller as well that can be triggered at any time. And when I say any time, ladies and gentlemen, I mean in cutscenes as well. So anytime in Stray, if you want to have your cat meow, you can make that cat meow. That can be construed very inappropriately, so we're going to go straight into the outro for this video before we get into some trouble, okay? So hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown of Stray. Of course, I will be covering the game as well, and I will bring you guys a full review once the game is out. Down below, will you be getting this game? Will you be getting it for $30 on, you know, PS4, PS5, or PC, or are you going to take advantage of its availability on the PlayStation Plus Premium and Extra tiers? Let me know those thoughts down below in that comment section. And also, while you're down there, don't forget to hit up those links that I did reference, as well as our links to our Twitter, our Discord, and our Anchor link, that way you can listen to our long form content in podcast format. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Road to Part 1 and Road to Ragnarok will be upcoming for our Road to podcast series. Those do cover, of course, The Last of Us Part 1 and God of War Ragnarok as well. A lot of you have enjoyed it, as well as hit subscribe to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. Thank you all for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.